I would like to talk about the topic that was featured in the East Anglian Daily Times recently. It was on the 8th of January 2018. The headline is Pizza Mamma Mia worker exposed genitals to patrons of Carew's bar in Bury St Edmunds after binge. Now, there are some features of this incident that do cause me a certain amount of concern. It has been dismissed as a humorous anecdote in the margins of the McKeague case. However, I wonder if there is actually something more going on here beneath the surface. Anyone following the disappearance of Corrie Mckeague will know that Pizza Mamma Mia is the last place McKeague visited for food on the night he disappeared, and there has been speculation about the potential involvement of workers at the restaurant in relation to his disappearance. I want to refer to the Mikey Womble blog, which is, I believe, written by members of McKeague's extended family, and I want to talk about a reference within the blog to staff at Pizza Mamma Mia. Pizza Mamma Mia's staff gave a statement regarding Corrie Mckeague's usual behaviour and who usually came into the store with Mr. McKeague. The Womble blog feels that workers within Pizza Mamma Mia were not, in fact, accurate regarding Mr. McKeague's movements or the contacts and friends he was seen with when he was at Pizza Mamma Mia. That's why there's a suggestion of the American connection and an American based at Lakenheath. And it goes on to say, with this information, I do have questions concerning the statement made by Mr. Tijak or Tijak. But this guy, Mr. Tijak, is a worker at Pizza Mamma Mia. So Pizza Mamma Mia's staff became targets of suspicion along with Flex nightclub staff and essentially anyone who had contact with Mr. McKeague on the night he disappeared. The court heard that Hilmi Tabas's genitals was clearly exposed when he came through the doors of Carew's bar in St Andrew Street South on November 28th. Magistrates sitting in Ipswich heard that the father of three, Torbas, had been uncharacteristically binge drinking all afternoon on the day of the incident and showed up for his shift at Pizza Mamma Mia in St Andrew Street North in a drunken state. After being told to go and sober up by his boss, Torbas instead continued to drink and smoke drugs, and at some point during the evening lost half of his outfit. A statement from a Carew's bar member of staff said Torbas entered the nightclub naked from the waist down, to the surprise of patrons and staff alike. Also in the bar and while in the bar and trouserless, Torbas then tried to kick a customer in the face but missed and fell to the floor. Torbas was pinned to the ground by Carew's staff while they waited for the police to arrive. The court heard that once in police custody, Torbas, 36, sat with his bare legs splayed open despite being still half naked, and later kicked a female police officer in the groin. The court heard that Torbas, who became tearful in the dock, had said in his police interview that he had been drinking and smoking cannabis, which was unlike him, and that he could not remember the incident at all. The court heard he accepted what he was told with shame and embarrassment. Magistrate Anne Tyler ordered that Torbas pay £1,065 in fines and compensation after he pleaded guilty to exposure, assaulting a police constable, and using threatening behaviour. My question is that whether some of these behaviours which are attributed to alcohol and drugs could in fact be attributed to something else and perhaps something more sinister, because this is the sort of behaviour that you would demonstrate if you were in fact in the stages of a breakdown. Also, bear in mind that this is behaviour from a person who has no prior criminal history, no history of involvement with the police, and is not known to drink at all. What is incredibly suspicious to me is the comment made by Mr. Torbas when he appeared in court, where he said that he could not remember the incident at all. Now, the effects of alcohol and drugs do not, in most cases, cause this level of memory loss. Nowhere in the article is it stated Mr. Torbas gave reasons for being naked in public or for why he actually removed his clothes. And in fact, if, as he says, he has no recollection of that night, then it's possible he can't explain why he removed his clothes and went into the nightclub. There was also no explanation for why Mr. Torbas became angry and violent with customers inside Carews nightclub and kicked out at those customers. Also, why did Mr. Torbas, who has no previous criminal record and no history of violence, suddenly become very aggressive towards police?